Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a quick wrap up for Dewey's 24-hour readathon. I had a great readathon. I read over 700 pages and finished 4 books in the 24 hours. I want to say, I didn't do the math, but I want to say that I read probably close to 20 hours, if not, I mean not 20 hours, probably close to 15 hours, if not a little more than that. I didn't take a whole lot of breaks during the day. I know I fell asleep in my hammock and I took a bike ride break and some eating breaks and stuff like that, but I pretty much read from 8 o'clock until about 1:30 in the morning, so that's a pretty good chunk of time with a few breaks in between. So I was pretty proud. This was the first time I really seriously participated, and I really enjoyed it. I did some of the mini challenges, I talked to people on Twitter, and it was a lot of fun. In the past I've only sort of halfway participated because I've either been too busy or I just wasn't really sure, like with the first time I wasn't really sure how things went. So I really enjoyed getting more involved this time, and I can't wait until October for the next one. And yeah, I will share with you my thoughts on the books that I finished during the readathon. So the first thing I finished was Rat Queens Volume 1. This was something that somebody on Twitter suggested for me to read when I asked about favorite graphic novel series. And I did enjoy this. I thought the plot was really great. I loved the diversity in the characters. I really liked the little, I don't remember what they keep calling her, but Betty, I thought she was really cute. And they're just really sassy and fun. The art style is not really my thing, and I'm not super into blood and gore, and there was quite a lot of blood and gore in this. So I didn't love this, but I probably will pick up the next volume or two just to see where the story goes, because it was a very intriguing story. The next thing I finished was Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon, and this I have been wanting to read for a while, but I kept putting it off, and I'm really glad actually that I did, because it was the perfect readathon read. It has a lot of different things in the format, so there's emails and instant message conversations and things like that, and it made it go by really quickly. I just sped through this book and I was loving it. It's very addictive, and I just really liked the characters, and I was interested in the plot of the story, and I honestly did not, the ending surprised me. I had my thoughts about how it was going to end, and I was interested to see that the ending was a little unexpected, so that was fun. And yes, I definitely think that the hype on this book is real, because I really enjoyed it. I thought the plot was great, and I thought the characters were fantastic, so I'm glad that I picked this one up during the readathon. Then I continued on with Animorphs with the 5th book, The Predator, and this is the first one from Marco's point of view. I knew the big twist that comes near the end of this book, so I wasn't surprised. Again, I've read these. I read them when I was in middle school, and I do have to say that one of the most disturbing things in this book is they morph into ants, and it's just the most terrifying thought, because to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, if you're an ant and you're crawling through a cement wall and something happens, you need to re-morph into your human form, you can't do that in the middle of a wall. So that terrified me, and I'm not claustrophobic, but just the thought of being that tiny and in a space that you really couldn't get out of was a little I was like, alright, I need this part to be over. So there's always that little I don't know, some of the morphs are stressful to read about, and that's part of the fun. But yeah, this was great, just like the rest of them, and I'm looking forward to picking up some more of them, because now I'm to the end of what I have on my shelves, picking up more so that I continue to read on with these. And then I asked on Twitter between 3 books which one I should read next, and 2 were suggested, Moss and Wolf and White Van, and I started both of them, and then because it was kind of late, I ended up reading Moss over Wolf and White Van, because this was a little easier to read at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm really glad I did. I knew I was going to love this because this is right up my alley, but it's so charming. The way that the dad speaks is so charming, and you just feel like you're talking to an old Polish man. My grandfather-in-law, I guess, is an old Polish man, and it made me think of him just because he's not Jewish, but he's very Polish, and it was just really cute and charming and like heartbreaking too, because what they go through is incredible. And you know, just having read a lot of things about Jews in Nazi Poland and Germany and things like that, I knew where this was headed and I knew it was happening, but the actual experience, and this is a memoir, so this is a true story, was really kind of, it took you aback by the things that these people went through and how they survived in certain situations. And it was just, I don't know, this is fantastic. And my library doesn't have the second volume, but I have got to get my hands on the second volume because I want to continue on and I want to finish up this graphic memoir because I just loved it. And then I started on 2 books. Neither of them I got very far on. The first one was An Island of Our Own by Sally Nichols, and I got about 13 pages into this. I was trying to decide if I wanted to read this or the Animorphs book, and I went for the Animorphs book. This actually is really good. I thought that it was going to be like little short stories of like things that happened to her and her brother, and I do think that it sort of is, but it's definitely tied together. So it's their story. They are orphans, and it's sort of like, I guess, how their lives went for this one summer. And so I really liked the way it was written, and I definitely will read this probably this week or by the end of next month, because I really did enjoy this, and I am glad that I picked it up and started it, because I don't know that I would have picked it up otherwise. And yes, I like it. And then the other one, of course, is Wolf and White Van. I started this, and I said in my vlog that I think this is one of those books that, like, the first 15% of the book or 10% of the book doesn't really make sense right away. And then it's like, once I get into it, I think to myself, if I go back and read the first 15%, it would make a lot more sense, because it's one of those books that seems really complex. And so I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting into it, but I hear such great things about it, and I like the writing. So I think once I get into it and get past that like initial, you know, building the character and the world and everything, then I think that I will really enjoy this and read it pretty quickly. So this one is definitely on my TBR to continue forward. Alright, so that is it. Those are the books that I read or started during Dewey's 24-hour readathon. Again, I had so much fun. I think Dewey's is probably my favorite readathon of all of them. It's just so like compact and just really exciting, and everybody involved just seems really excited to be involved. So yes, I look forward to participating in October, and I hope everybody else had a great success with their readathon, and I would love to hear how you did. Anything you want to talk to me about Dewey's in the comments. So yeah, let's chat in the comments about Dewey's. I will see you guys next time. Bye!